Hey, it's me, Rosie, and we are back. So today we are going to talk about who we want to call into our lives. So the way most partnership happens is generally you meet someone and you feel some sparkly feelings and then things get moving. And you often don't stop to really think about specifically like who is this partner? Do I feel compatible with this person? Are our values in alignment? Do they have the qualities of character that I can see myself living with for a long time? Right? We don't usually break it down. And I'm not saying kind of throw romance out or get rid of sparkly feelings. I love all of that too. But you know what? If we're already very clear about the type of person we want to call into our lives, then we actually take a lot of guesswork out. When we meet that person, number one, we're going to recognize them right away. And number two, we're going to have an idea of our compatibility with that person because we've taken the time to look at the qualities of character and the values of somebody that is compatible to be in our life, that is compatible with our value system. So this part of the course, we are going to dive into thinking about who we want in our lives and thinking about as well looking at the past and things that we've let slide. I know for myself, I talked in the last video about some self-betrayal. I would let a lot of things slide in partnerships. And sometimes the things that happen in partnerships that don't work out for you aren't always about the other person, or not about the other person, say, being malicious or trying to do something to hurt you. They could be about yourself, betraying yourself by going along with things that are not part of your value system or don't feel good or push your boundaries, and that you don't let your partner know that the boundaries are there. So we're going to look at what does that look like for you? What does having a healthy partnership look like? Who would be the person in that healthy partnership? We're going to get really clear on the type of person that would work in your life, that you would love to have in your life. And we're going to define as well the difference between those beautiful sparkly feelings that we feel at the beginning and what is long-lasting compatibility. We're going to start looking, and I think that's going to look differently for everybody, right? But I know that it's really hard in the beginning with all of that yumminess, with all of those hormones and those chemicals happening in our brain, for us to discern this, right? Because it just feels too good. And I'm all about those hormones and all about the sparkly feelings, believe me, which is why we need a little bit of a game plan to take a look so that we can have a little list that we go, oh, okay, I'm feeling sparkly feelings, but this person and I are really not aligned in these areas. And I know that when I'm not feeling sparkly feelings, this is super important to me. This is actually about my long-term compatibility with somebody, right? Better that we get that sorted out right from the beginning. So we're going to dive into figuring all of this out. We're going to actually make lists about the type of partners that we want. It's going to get so juicy and so exciting, and we're going to go beyond what we've ever thought. So I know that as I have been exploring the type of partnership I want next, sometimes I'll actually come up to roadblocks about what I believe I deserve. That's pretty neat because in all other aspects of my life, I'm like, oh yeah, bring it. I deserve that. But in partnership, when I start to think about all the things I would ideally like in my partner, sometimes I come up against that wall that's like, oh, well, that's a lot. How are you gonna, who would this person really want to be with you? Which is interesting. So we're gonna, reach those little blocks, work through them, see them to the other side, and do all of this before we call in our partners. I'm super excited about this. I'm doing this journey with you guys. This is all stuff that I've been exploring in my life, that I've been looking deeply into, that I'm geeking out over here on my own, that I've been doing a lot of deep healing around. So I'm so excited to be doing it with you, and beyond excited to see what the power of a group all doing this like-minded, working through these blocks, and then calling powerfully these awesome people into our lives, what it's going to look like. Okay, I will see you on the other side. Love you.